recession. Not such a pleasant word, right? Listen to the definition and you'll know why. A recession is a significant decline in economic activity that lasts for months or even years. Experts declare a recession when a nation's economy experiences negative gross domestic product, GDP, rising levels of unemployment, falling retail sales, and contracting measures of income and manufacturing for an extended period. Recessions are considered an unavoidable part of the business cycle, or the regular cadence of expansion and contraction that occurs in a nation's economy. We won't scare you, but during a recession, the economy struggles, people lose work, companies make fewer sales, and the country's overall economic output declines. The point where the economy officially falls into a recession depends on a variety of factors. Welcome back to the Core Finance channel. In today's video, we'll talk about the reasons we might face a recession in 2022. We don't want to cause you any panic or fear, but we think it's better to know what can happen and be ready to wait for it. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification, and when it's done, then we can get started. Here we go. To be clear, we are not in a recession, at least not yet. But the signs of an economic downturn are cropping up all over, in sectors from commodities to housing. Here's what research we've come up with and what suggests that we may be facing a recession. Copper prices. Prices for the metal hit 16-month lows after dropping more than 11% in 2 weeks. That's bad news for investors who view copper prices as a bellwether for the global economy. Copper is widely used in construction materials, and it faces increased demand in an expanding economy. That demand disappears when the economy contracts. Prices shot up earlier this year when Russia, which accounts for 4% of the global copper output, invaded Ukraine. Traders who were concerned about short supply began hoarding the metal, and now copper prices are falling. Purchasing Managers Index. The index released by S&P Global found that U.S. private sector output slowed sharply in June. Chris Williamson, the chief business economist at S&P Global Market Intelligence, said producers of non-essential goods are seeing a drop in orders as consumers struggle with rising prices. Consumer sentiment. A closely followed University of Michigan survey released found that U.S. customer sentiment hit a new record low in June, the lowest recorded level since the university started collecting the data 70 years ago. The June index saw a 14.4% drop since May as consumers became increasingly alarmed about inflation. About 79% of those consumers say they expected bad times for business conditions in the upcoming year, the highest level for that metric since 2009. The percentage of consumers who blamed inflation for eroding their living standards, 47% according to the June index, is only 1 percentage point lower than the all-time high reached during the Great Recession. As higher prices become harder to avoid, consumers may feel they have no choice but to adjust their spending patterns, whether through substitution of goods or foregoing purchases altogether. The speed and intensity at which these adjustments occur will be critical for the trajectory of the economy. Gas prices. The good news: Americans could find some relief on the way for gas prices. The bad news: it's because traders are betting on a recession, CNN Business's Allison Morrow said. As U.S. drivers felt the pain at the pump, they began pulling back on gas this spring, reducing demand and bringing down the price. Though the pullback of demand could bring temporary relief, it also points towards broader economic concerns. Housing slump. Prices have spiked, leaving home ownership out of reach for many Americans, and mortgage rates have spiked after the Fed's rate hikes and a surge in bond yields. But Lennar, a homebuilder whose shares are down nearly 45% this year, reported better than expected earnings on Wednesday and a 4% increase in new home orders. Lennar's CEO, however, remained cautious, saying in the company's second quarter earnings release that it's a complicated moment in the market. Despite the slowdown in the housing market, experts are hopeful that it won't spread to the economy the way the housing bubble burst in 2008 did. Banks are in much better shape now, and they're not giving out loans to people with no credit or bad credit. If there is a recession, the impact on housing could be mild. There are not as many imbalances as we had before. This is the data we came up with while researching for this video. Why does it matter? Because recessions are historically marked by widespread layoffs, bankruptcies, higher borrowing costs, and turbulence in the stock market. Another question is, what's next? Gather facts to protect your financial position. No one can predict the future, and it's important to move calmly and deliberately, so don't panic. The market is unpredictable. Maybe there is no recession, you never know. All sorts of surprises are possible. Are you scared? Don't be. People will always find a way to overcome many obstacles, even a recession if it occurs. Just be calm and everything will be fine. Leave us a comment, we'll be happy to read it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Press the notification bell to be notified when a new video is ready for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, so drop us a like. We'll do our best to make more videos for you to watch carefully. Thanks for watching. Meet you again soon.